Hello friends, this is Michael Canadas with the Grovian Doll Museum and Carmel Doll Shop. So, the theme is upstairs, downstairs, which really is a theme which I think is about the home life, upstairs, downstairs. But remember, people have stairs in businesses, and once upon a time, people lived over the shop. So I'm going to take you to a wonderful treasure in the Nunez collection, which is commerce, merchandising. And I know that a lot of people collect things such as dolls and stamps, but there's a whole group of us that have an obsession with shoes. Now, I've given up my people obsession of shoes for dolls because I just think it's much healthier. And you can see I have some unusual shoes in my stash. I don't need that many more people shoes. I think I've got enough for a lifetime. However, I have a good pair of doll shoes I have no power over. So I want to show you an upstairs downstairs piece that I think that anybody that loves shoes and loves dolls and loves miniatures, you just can't help but having the eye wants. Now, I've been looking at this for quite a few years, and I have a theory. And here is my theory that I'm going to share with you, and it's just a theory. My theory is that this is not a toy for a child, that this is actually a window piece for a shoe salesperson or a shoe shop. And I would date it by the style of the shoes on the box before World War I. So it's fairly early, and you can see the little metal tags on the boxes. Those are shoes from, maybe 1912, 10 or so. And we have in the center of the upstairs, because it's got 2 levels, we have actually a label of a shop, which I think is very interesting, and we will try to do some research in the future to find out, did this business actually exist? And I should point out that this is Germanic, it's from Germany, but it could also be from Switzerland, it could also be from Austria, any German language country. And of course, this is an indicator of a business that had been in business for a long, long time. They would use signs that showed what they sold. So there you have boots or shoes, and that would be so that people that could not read would understand this is what they are selling. But the thing that is so dazzling about this piece is every single shoe box is filled with a pair of shoes. So it is literally hundreds of pairs of shoes. And here's an example of soles. And they're all wrapped up. So not only did this establishment sell shoes, they also did repairs. They also sold belts, so you could match up, they're right here. You could match up your shoes and your belt. They also had the state-of-the-art rubber boots. They also had the very rare button hook. And to those of us that remember going to shoe stores where they actually gave you service, there's the little stool to put your feet on, and they would measure you. So this is an amazing piece of, it's dolls, and I'll get one out and show you. So here we've got a pair of, these would go on almost like a bluette size, but every box is filled with a pair of shoes, and then it would have this little label, and then some of them have these little metal ornaments. And you have this very high staircase, and in Germany and most of Europe, there was no safety laws, so they put a a staircase that could be very narrow and very high. And then you would have your mezzanine level, and there's more shoes. So in a way, there are no dolls in the in this store, and I know that Susan could put dolls in it if she liked. But it kind of, by not having dolls in it, it gives you the imagination that you're putting yourself into this fantastic shoe store. So I hope you enjoyed this peek at this really an amazing artifact of advertising and shoes, and really the really important thing of the lost art of window display, and how important that is to market your products. Because we know that any adult or child that walked by this shoe store 100 years ago would have to stop and look at it and it be in awe. And for all we know, this shoe store could have very well sold doll shoes too. So they could have been a provider of doll shoes for little girls in the last century. Anyways, doll friends, we will be back later. Bye-bye.
Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.